Hi, I'm Gina Ventola, practice manager for Ventola Law. One of the best parts of my job is meeting with business owners. However, at times, it can be difficult to meet in person. That's why I started this show, to introduce you to local business owners in our community. Join me on Your Virtual Coffee, a new
everyone.
kind
Welcome
of networking.
To Your Virtual Coffee, a web show that introduces you to great local businesses in the Denver metro area. My guest today is the amazing Ira Coleman. He wears so many hats. He is the creator of the nonprofit Button and Zipper. This incredible organization provides coats to our local community. As if that doesn't keep him busy enough, Ira is also the founder of Fluent Hustle, the coolest business name I've ever heard. Fluent Hustle is an exciting new resource created to help entrepreneurs build their businesses, their networks, and their world. Its aim is to foster a community of trust, sharing, learning, and growth. Their goal is to foster entrepreneurial success and fulfilled lives. And with that being said, Ira, welcome to my show.
Thank you, Gina. Thank you very much for the strong introduction and opportunity. I really appreciate you and giving this platform to share a little bit more about me and what we're creating with Button and Zipper, Fluent Hustle, and so much more. So again, thank you so much for your time.
Now, Ira, we tend to do business with people we like, know, and trust. So let's take some time and get to know you a little bit. Where did you grow up?
So I was born in upstate New York, but I grew up in the Chicagoland area, the west side of the city, northwest suburbs. Great upbringing, very challenging, diverse, and it gave me a lot of different perspectives on why I'm creating what I'm creating now today. Just a phenomenal upbringing by my mom. A lot of things I do are for her. I love her dearly, and she worked so hard to give me the life, to just the basic necessities to get by. And I truly pay her back every single day with everything that I do going forward.
I love that so much. What was your favorite subject in school?
Gym. No.
So, what was it specifically about gym that?
Actually, math was my favorite subject, and I struggled at math early on. Reading, I struggled at, comprehension. But over the course of my education, I just began to just try harder and do better and show up. And if it wasn't for my phenomenal teachers to give me that extra care throughout the years, I probably wouldn't be where I am today. But I would say math and trigonometry, throughout high school was probably my favorite course in particular.
I have to actually agree with you because that was actually, I got the highest average my senior year in high school in that class. So I don't know if I use it today, but I take it you don't use it for today.
I definitely don't use it today.
So tell me about Button and Zipper.
So Button and Zipper is a community coat drive that serves low to moderate income individuals out of Chicago and here in the Denver metro area. I started back in 2013 as a passion project, as a serving project, and we formally became a nonprofit 501c3 organization a couple years ago. How Button and Zipper started was through a mission trip that I took in 2010 out to Nicaragua. And in that particular trip, we were serving orphans, going to the orphan compounds, going through La Chirica, which is a garbage compound in particular. And that experience just really woke me up and opened up my perspective on how much gratitude I really get to have in our life and how much we have going on here in the United States. So towards the end of that trip, there was a question that was proposed to me, which was, consider you never come back to this country ever again and serve these children ever again, how do you go back to your own community, your own backyard, and make an impact? So I wrote that question down in my journal, and I sat on it for about 3 years, every day asking that question: what can I do to make an impact? What can I do to make a change in my community? How can I show up to make a difference for those that are less fortunate. And just sitting back and letting that question settle in with me, it dawned on me one day in September 2013 when I decided that I wanted to create a community coat drive. And the reason for that was it's low barrier to entry and provides immediate impact to provide warmth in Chicago during the most grueling winters anyone could probably experience. And I just got into my business network, and we got together and started off very humbly. And also, my mom instilled in me when I was younger, when you have nothing, give, and when you have more, give even more. And she would take me throughout the city of Chicago, and we create care packages, lunches for people on the street, and serve them directly out of our trunk. So I've always grown up with a serving heart and compassion for that. But it really didn't hit me until I got older in my mid-20s after taking that serving trip and saying, like, yeah, I'm blessed. I'm in a very fortunate position in my career, in my life, and I get to do more. And at the time, cutting a check for me personally was the cop out. And I wanted to say, let me create something. Let me get other people involved. Let me create a platform where other people can step up and serve. So that's the short story of Button and Zipper.
I love that. There's so many things that you just mentioned that I think are amazing. I loved how you involved your business network. And speaking of your business network, how do you work with business owners for these coat drives?
So Button and Zipper is essentially a business-to-business coat drive. And we've grown into this capacity because organizations reaching out to us saying, hey, how can we get involved? How do we get our employees involved? What can we do as a company? So it manifested into allowing local businesses to create a drop-off site or to create an employee engagement opportunity with their staff to collect coats. We go through the sorting process and then we get ready to go for distribution. So over the years, we've had hundreds of different businesses that have come on board with us at some capacity to do a local coat drive in their office, to do it at the retail storefront, to do it at a local school. And, we really brought them in to become essentially our coat drive champions from a corporate initiative standpoint.
So I want to shift gears because we're going to come back to that in a minute. I would like to shift gears and have you share about Fluent Hustle. Again, coolest business name ever.
Thank you. Well, like you said, I wear many hats. I got one on today. But yeah, Fluent Hustle is a media publication company where we promote and inspire entrepreneurs. And I went to college for small business management and entrepreneurship. I never had the opportunity out of college to exercise that. However, halfway through college, I landed a career job in financial sales that had a legacy of 11 years at that particular company. And I would sit down and meet with business owners on a regular basis. They were our clients. So when I was meeting with them, it was to get to understand who they are, why they're in business, what are they challenged with. My ultimate goal was to sell our services. But I just came from a very authentic place of curiosity. And something I always joked around with was like, I want to be in your shoes one day. And they said, no, you do not. You do not want to be in our shoes because of so much we deal with. And it doesn't seem as lavish as as the outside makes it look like. And I never understood why that was. But I just, every meeting for many of years, I would take notes, small little nuggets, and take notes of information and write them in my journal. And I would just try and figure out like, hey, how do I step forward and help someone be in business 6 months longer, a couple years longer, whatever it might be, bring them resources to help them throughout my network. So when I resigned for my corporate career about 2.5 years ago, I was like, all right, what's next for me? I was looking to apply at different jobs, and nothing at the time just really resonated with me. So I went on a sabbatical, and in the last 2.5 years, the sabbatical was Fluent Hustle, and I created a business around my passion of understanding entrepreneurs and understanding business, and how do I bring more resources to them, and how do I get to communicate with them at a level of my curiosity and get to promote them and inspire other people that are looking to become entrepreneurs. So We originally started as a self-produced video production, very similar to what we're doing here. And I was fortunate to receive a corporate partnership where we did a dedicated show around financial confidence and money. And since then, we've recently published a digital magazine where we're now doing the same thing, but highlighting entrepreneurs in a different light, which is written form articles, while providing some community insights and resources to that community.
What I'm hearing, or what it sounds like, is you, as Fluent Hustle, kind of bridge that gap between the entrepreneurs and increasing success. Would that be a pretty accurate description?
Yeah.
Or at least
100%.
providing the tools.
Yeah, well, we're providing the information, not necessarily the tools, but we're providing the dialogue and the conversation and information. And the name, comes from, like, I'm a big advocate of hustle. A lot of people don't like it, does not resonate with them, and I get it. There's a lot of negative connotations around that. But for me personally, growing up, like, if I wanted to find success, I had to create it. There was no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I had to make it happen. So with that being said, I embrace the word in a positive light to get out there and create the opportunity and show up and, give it all that you have on a regular basis. And over the course of, my career and my adulthood, speaking with other people who embraced that word and it resonated with them, it became an unspoken language, and it became an understanding that not many, but very few people understood, and many other people did not understand. So the fluent behind it is, I look at hustle as its own language, and no matter what you're doing in life, whether you're a mom, a dad, a teacher, you're in business development, you're owning your own business, like, you're going to do whatever it takes to find that success and become the best person that you can be, come low or high water. So for me, it's like, Fluent Hustle is its own language, and I'm here to provide that content from different perspectives on how people are looking to achieve that success and or put themselves in a better position than they were a year ago or a decade ago.
Now, with that being said, what makes Fluent Hustle special or different from other types of, like, multimedia publication companies?
One, it's me. I'm very passionate about what I do. I show up, I live it, I breathe it. I bring a great amount of energy, and I know there's a lot of other companies out there. There's phenomenal media companies out there. They're doing something very similar, creating the dialogue, the interviews, and I respect every single one of them. And I'm a big fan of many of them as well, because one, they give me new information I wasn't familiar with, and two, they probably give me a different perspective of something I didn't see out there. I would say, for example, like, we're doing a virtual coffee, and for the very beginning of our time in the videos, like, I was resistant to wanting to do video interviews, because I personally want to be face-to-face with the subject, because I can pick up on certain things of that conversation that's very difficult to do virtually. And obviously in the last 6 months, you could say that the communication through virtual channels has certainly increased significantly, and I've embraced it more and more moving forward. So what makes us different is, we're coming from a place of providing authentic content, providing authentic conversations, asking tough questions, and tapping into the vulnerabilities of what does it take to be an entrepreneur, to be a business owner, to be an entrepreneur, someone within a business, and ultimately to be a leader. And I hope that the conversations we've created throughout the past certainly continues to resonate with what we're looking to continue to strive for.
Ira, let's talk about power partners. And for our audience, power partners are those businesses who target your same ideal client, but who are not your competition. So in order to understand who our power partners are, we have to understand who our ideal client is. So Ira, when it comes to Fluent Hustle, who is your ideal client?
Sure. So when it comes to Fluent Hustle, our ideal client that can help underwrite and support our growth are going to be businesses that align with leadership development, that align with entrepreneurship and ecosystem development to seek growth out of these individuals. So a financial organization, a local small business that's looking to receive business to business clientele, someone that has a marketing um, or advertising budget where they're looking to align their brand with our messaging. Some examples have been an insurance company, legal law providers, accountants, CPAs, some banks. So, they've reached out to us and say, hey, we want to get involved. Some recruiting organizations for providing employment opportunities to individuals. So these are just a few recent organizations and brands that have wanted to align with us as we continue to grow.
So with that being said, who else targets that client? I mean, there are a couple that come to mind for me, like HR companies or staffing companies, because if you're of a certain size, and I'm assuming in order to have a marketing or advertising budget, you should be probably of a certain size. Would that be accurate?
Well, I think that's a great question. We had a marketing partnership with a pretty big name, and I can't reference it simply because of our relationship. But you can do the research on a website and figure out who it is pretty quickly. And their intent was to educate, and it was ultimately to provide, making sure that their clients that are in our network are financially aware, and that that their financial confidence could be at the highest level. So that was a great partnership. Some other ones that might be targeting individuals such as that. You mentioned HR companies and CPAs. So I would say that most businesses that are doing business to business relationships, and they're trying to get in front of a decision maker, such as a business owner, an entrepreneur, and they want to align with our messaging to help promote what we're speaking about and the content that we're sharing, which really comes down to what does it truly take to be in business, would be great opportunities for conversations. And yeah, I agree. Like, we've had to turn away some opportunities to say, hey, your budget isn't quite there, and I'll make some reconsiderations if I feel that it's a good alignment. And then also, where we're coming from, it doesn't necessarily have to be, $1 million marketing budget for you to qualify to want to work with us. And I can't tell you how many pro bono content we put out there just simply to help out the entrepreneurs. Again, it's a passion project of mine, and I'm really just ingrained in wanting to provide some opportunities for people that otherwise wouldn't have it anywhere else.
Well, speaking of kind of that giving back persona that you have, can we pivot a little bit to Button and Zipper?
Of course.
Who is your ideal client for Button and Zipper, as if we maybe don't know already?
Well, so I think the quick one is any individual that wants to donate to our cause. Super simple. Go to our website, make a donation. However, now we're focusing on foundations. So we're looking for foundations that have a budget to provide grant opportunities for Button and Zipper moving forward. We're also looking to further tap into our corporate social responsibility partners that have initiatives within their business where they're wanting to perhaps do a one-to-one. So for every dollar raised or every person that donates their volunteer hours with us, the company will match that. And then also workplace charitable opportunities is also what we're looking at. So we can't be very specific on the names, but I would say that if someone is working with their business or their company, I should say, and or if you're an entrepreneur and a business owner and it's your business and you want to give your employees a low barrier to entry, active way to give back, Button and Zipper is a great consideration to align with us and partner with us in the coming season.
Now, do you partner with other nonprofits? Like maybe nonprofits who help out families and children and things like that?
So our clients are nonprofits. So Button and Zipper, again, is a business-to-business code drive. We partner with other nonprofit organizations. So we work with the community, we collect the codes, we go through the sorting process, and then we get the codes prepared for distribution, and we distribute those codes to other nonprofit organizations. So many big names that you most likely have heard of, we're working with currently today, and we partner with them to become their code drive arm liaison of their operations, because they don't have the bandwidth. We do it very specific and very well, that we're able to support those. And last season we distributed nearly 7,500 coats between Chicago and Denver to nearly 100 nonprofit organizations out of both communities.
What is the best way for business owners to reach out to you as Button and Zipper?
For Button and Zipper, the best way is go to our website, buttonandzipper.com, and or email us at info@buttonandzipper.com.
And same question, but for Fluent Hustle.
Yep, I will drive into our website, which is fluenthustle.com, and the email is speak@fluenthustle.com.
Any last thoughts?
Yeah, I would say, there's no time better now to contribute, to give, to serve. We're living in a world of a lot of friction right now. And I think it's, I love to see people and leaders, more importantly, step up, let your heart shine, and, step up and make a difference in your community, no matter what it is. Just know that, if you come from a place of love, you don't have to love everyone, but love internally and show up as if you do love everyone, and have great intentions about what exactly that you're doing to make a positive change. I truly hope that could be the message that I can share with the world, that we need more leaders to do that. We need more individuals to do that. And we need more commitment and dedication to want to see our future generations to be in a better place than we can ever imagine.
I love that what you said, and the big thing that stood out to me was love and show up, because that kind of encompasses both your businesses. And what a phrase to end this episode on. So I'm telling you, as our audience, love and show up. Thank you for joining Ira and me on Your Virtual Coffee. I could not do this show without you. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and have a great day, and love and show up. Thank you.
Your Virtual Coffee is sponsored by Ventola Law. Ventola Law, mediation and legal representation at an expert level. You can find them at ventolalaw.com. Thanks for joining me today. For more information on Your Virtual Coffee, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and wait for it, our website at yourvirtualcoffee.com. Thanks again for watching, and have an incredible day.